Sumeru, consciousness, presents an echo of Guru Nanak's fearlessness. At the mountains of gods and demons, the roof of the world, the courageous sage affirms that the Soul Supreme Consciousness is the center of divinity.
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सबं गुर प्रसाद
जो ते स्वभाव सोई करसी किरत न मेटया जाई।
Guru Nanak says, mindful actions are of supreme importance. Detachment from the consequences of one's efforts brings harmony within. After having spent some time in Nankana Sahib, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana embarked on the second odyssey, estimated to have commenced in the year 1517 AD. This journey took them towards the northern Himalayan region. From Talwandi, now known as Nankana Sahib, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to Lahore, Kiratpur, Jwalaji, Baijnath and Parvati Valley. Thereafter, travelling through the Spiti Valley and the Shipki Pass, they ascended to Saparang in the Tibetan Plateau and visited Mount Kailash. From Mount Kailash, they travelled along Pangong Lake and reached Leh. From Leh, they travelled to Skardu, Kargil, Matan and Srinagar. From Nankana Sahib, they first travelled to Lahore. Tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Nankana Sahib to Lahore. The city of Lahore dates its origins to the times of the epic Ramayana. Passing through the hands of many rulers, Hindu, Islamic, Sikh and the British, Lahore is the capital of the province of Punjab in the present-day Pakistan. During Guru Nanak's visit to Lahore, it was ruled by the Lodhi dynasty. At Lahore, we visit Chauhatta Bazaar in Androon Sheher, the inner precincts of the old city. In Lahore, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana halted near the banks of the river Ravi. As a daily routine, while they were singing verses, Duni Chand, a wealthy revenue officer, was attracted by the sublime words. He invited the two to visit his residence in Chauhatta Bazaar. Proud of his wealth, Duni Chand egoistically mentioned the prominence of his house, which was decorated with flags to indicate his opulence. To help Duni Chand get rid of his attachment to materialism, Guru Nanak ignited his critical thinking. He gifted a needle to Duni Chand, asked him to keep it safely and carry it onwards after his death. Duni Chand understood the message that hoarding is futile as nothing can be carried after one dies. Hence, sharing wealth amongst the needy can raise one's spiritual status, the only wealth which is of significance. To elaborate, Guru Nanak sang,
साह मरै संचय माया दाम मैं तन दीजै हर अमृत
Guru Nanak impressed upon Duni Chand the reality that altruism is profitable, while material riches potentially inflate the ego.
This Gurdwara in the narrow lanes of the old city of Lahore was built at the erstwhile residence of Seth Duni Chand.
Duni Chand invited Guru Nanak for Shraddh, a ritualistic ceremony which is performed to pay homage to deceased ancestors by feeding the priestly class. Shraddh comes from the Sanskrit word Shraddha, meaning devotion or due credence. Guru Nanak explained that heartfelt homage to ancestors is in respecting them while they are alive. To explain further, Guru Nanak sang,
सब संजम रहे सियाण बा मेरा प्रभ सब किछ जानदा सब संजम रहे सियान पा.
it is a misconception that one can become virtuous and fulfill responsibilities by performing ritualistic practices. Guru Nanak says, while society can be deceived by pretense, however, one's consciousness remains aware of the intent driving one's actions. The profound, logical, and universal philosophy of Guru Nanak resonates with people from diverse backgrounds. We now meet Mr. Anjum Dara, curator at the Lahore Fort. Having studied archaeology, he is aware of the past collective culture of the Punjab, when Guru Nanak was equally revered by members of the Hindu, Muslim, and Sikh communities.
विसुए चसिया घड़िया पैर तिथि वारी महुआ सूरज एक रुत अनेक नानक करते के कहते वेश नानक करते के कहते वेश। ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਆ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਕਸਦ ਇਹ ਕਿ ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਘੰਟੇ ਹਫਤੇ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਕ ਸੂਰਜ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਉਸ ਸੂਰਜ ਦੀ ਗਰਦਸ਼ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹਰ ਚੀਜ਼ ਜੁੜੀ ਹੈ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਇਵੇਂ ਬਾਬਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਆਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਵਹਦਾਨੀਅਤ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਾਤ ਅੱਲਾ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਾਤ ਰੱਬ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਾਤ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਅਕਾਈ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜੁੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੀਨ ਵੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਨਿਕਲੇ। ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਖੇਡਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਇਨਸਾਨ ਦੀਆਂ ਬਣਾਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਮੁਖਤਲਫ ਧਰਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਭਗਤ ਕਬੀਰ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਮੰਦਰ ਕੇ 10 ਦਰਵਾਜ਼ੇ जिसमें बसे करतार अपने अपने नियम धर्म से पूजे शक्ल संसार। वो हर कोई अपने अपने दरवाजे तो एंटर होंदे है तो समझदा कि यही दरवाज़ा है जिहड़ा मंदिर नूं जांदा है जिहड़ा मस्जिद नूं जांदा है जिहड़ा गुरुद्वारे नूं जांदा है ते लेकिन उन्हां नूं ये नहीं पता कि दरवाजे 10 ने अंदर इक्को ही शख्सियत है और वो वादानियत। इसदा मतलब है कि जदों नानक दा ज़हूर होया उदों जात पात ऊंच नीच हिंदू ब्राह्मण और मुल्लां दे जिहड़े टैक्टिक्स आ मजहब ਨੂੰ यूज़ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਉਹ ਬਾਬਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾ तमाम ਅੰਧੇਰਾ ਹੈ ਇਨਸਾਨੀਅਤ ਨੂੰ ਰਾਹ ਰਾਤ ਦਿਖਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਕਿਸੇ ਰੋਸ਼ਨੀ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈ ਕਿਸੇ ਹਦਾਇਤ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰਤ ਹੈ।
From Lahore, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana traveled to Kiratpur in the Shivalik Hills on the eastern bank of the river Satluj. Tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Pakistan to Kiratpur in India, where we visit the tomb of Pir Buddhan Shah, located on a hilltop. During Guru Nanak's times, this region of Shivalik Hills was densely forested. Guru Nanak's visit to this hilltop is not mentioned in the oldest Janamsakhis. However, the narrative is accepted because Guru Har Gobind, the 6th Nanak, is said to have visited this shrine to commemorate Guru Nanak's visit. According to oral traditions, at this hillock, a Muslim saint named Pir Buddhan Shah maintained a herd of goats which were guarded by his pet lion. Pir Buddhan Shah hosted Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana and offered them goat milk. A lion personifies courage, a lamb represents gentleness, and milk symbolizes a source of nourishment. In my humble opinion, the message in this metaphor conveys that one becomes truly courageous when hostility is tamed to support gentility, a characteristic which aids nourishment of the soul. At a short distance from the tomb of Pir Buddhan Shah, the Gurdwara Charan Kamal Sahib was built to commemorate Guru Nanak's visit to Kiratpur.
Gurdwara Charan Kamal is associated with Guru Nanak's meeting with Fakir Buddhan Shah.
From Kiratpur, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to Jwalaji. Tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Kiratpur to Jwalaji in Himachal Pradesh and visit the Jwalamukhi temple. This temple is one of the 51 Shakti Peeth centers of Shaktism, dedicated to the feminine force in Hinduism. The Jwalamukhi temple is established as the place where the severed tongue of Sati, Shiva's deceased consort, fell. At this ancient temple, the Jwala, fire, is worshipped. It is believed that the fire has been burning through the ages. The narrative of Guru Nanak's visit to Jwalamukhi temple finds mention in Bhai Mani Singh's Janamsakhi. In reverence of Guru Nanak's visit, the dome of the Jwalamukhi temple was gilded in gold in the early 1840 by Maharaja Khadak Singh, the son of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, who is commonly referred as the Lion of Punjab. In many religious traditions, fire is worshipped for its ability to illuminate darkness. I interpret it as a symbolic representation of illuminating the mind with the flame of knowledge. However, this essence of internal transformation to an enlightened state is overlooked by sheer ritualistic worship.
तीरथ कर्म कार निज संदा अंतर रव तो राज रविंदा.
Guru Nanak says he has made contemplation a daily practice as the flame of wisdom resides within. From Jwalaji, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to Baijnath. In the footsteps of Guru Nanak, we travel from Jwalaji to Baijnath. The ancient town of Baijnath is situated in the foothills of the Dhauldhar mountain range. It was an important city located on the historic trade routes from Kashmir and Punjab to Tibet. During Guru Nanak's visit, this region was thriving with numerous temples built by the affluent ruling dynasty. We visit the historic Baijnath temple, which is dedicated to Lord Shiva as a manifestation of Vednath, the master physician. This temple in the Kangra district of Himachal Pradesh was historically considered as an important Hindu pilgrimage site. The erstwhile name of the town of Baijnath was Keed Gram, which is a combination of two words, Keed and Gram. While the word Gram means a settlement, there are varying opinions about the meaning of the word Keed. Some texts mention that it refers to the Kiratas, a tribe which once ruled this region. According to the narrative in the Vilayat Wali Janamsakhi, the word Keed refers to insects.
नदिया विच टिब्बे देखाले थली करे असगाहा कीड़ा थाप दे पात साही लसकर
Guru Nanak says the supreme energy can turn an insignificant insect to a powerful ruler and reduce an army to ashes. Big or small is a relative term. Respecting every aspect of nature is crucial for coexistence. This is my learning from Guru Nanak's verse in relation to the term Keeda. From Baijnath, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to Parvati Valley, the region of Manikaran village. In the footsteps of Guru Nanak, from Baijnath, we visit the village of Manikaran in Parvati Valley, where a Gurdwara and a temple are located next to a hot spring on the banks of the Parvati river. Manikaran Sahib Gurdwara was established in the year 1940 AD by Baba Narayan Hari in memory of Guru Nanak's visit to the Himachal region while he was on his way to Tibet. This Gurdwara has become popular due to an oral narrative associated with Guru Nanak, which finds no mention in the earliest Janam Sakhis. According to this narrative, at the village of Manikaran, unable to find wood to cook food, Guru Nanak sprouted a hot spring by lifting a rock. When Bhai Mardana put a rolled flat bread and lentils in the hot water spring, they sank. On Guru Nanak's advice, Bhai Mardana made a declaration to dedicate his life to God. Only then did the cooked food start to float. This narrative is depicted in a Pahadi-style painting at the National Museum in New Delhi. Reflecting on such narratives, I wonder if we mask our inability to unravel the depths of Guru Nanak's philosophy by glorifying supernatural incidents. In my humble understanding, the sinking of the food represents drowning in one's sorrows due to an egoist mindset, and the rising of the food reflects the lifting of one's morale by abiding with the laws of nature.
भूख में अंदर सबको बाहर हुक्म न कोई नानक हुक्म जे बुझे ताहों में कहे न कोई.
From the Parvati Valley, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled through the Spiti Valley, then crossed the Shipki Pass and ascended to Saparang in Tibet. Tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps from the village of Manikaran, we travelled to the Spiti Valley. Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled through this harsh terrain, which is surrounded by high barren mountains devoid of vegetation. The picturesque valley is accessible only for 4 months, as it remains inaccessible for the rest of the year due to heavy snow. In the Spiti Valley, there is no physical memory associated with Guru Nanak's visit. In present times, due to political reasons, it is not possible to cross the Indo-Tibetan border. Hence, to continue tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we visit the Tibetan plateau through mainland China.
At an average elevation of 16,000 feet, Tibet is known as the roof of the world. Even though it offers a spiritually elevating environment, its high altitude, harsh winds, and the rarefied atmosphere makes it an arduous terrain.
Born was the ancient indigenous animistic and shamanistic faith of the people of Tibet. In the 8th century, Buddhism from India was introduced to this region. Influenced by the Bon faith, Buddhism, and Hinduism, Tibetan Buddhism evolved as a unique tradition. Traveling on the Tibetan plateau, we head westwards to the basin of the Sutlej River to visit the historic town of Saparang. Established as the Guge kingdom in the 10th century, the people of Saparang were adherents of the Buddhist faith.
From Spiti Valley in India, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana reached Tibet at Guge Kingdom in the region of Saparang. When Guru Nanak reached here, in these cave settlements resided a large population of the believers of Tibetan Buddhism.
The Guge kingdom was perched on a pyramid-shaped rocky ridge comprising of a multi-level settlement with passageways, caves, and windows carved out of ancient ocean rock deposits. At the bottommost level were the civil residences. The level above was for the temples and the residential quarters of the monks. At the rising levels lived the members of the royal family, and on the topmost open space was the royal palace. Interestingly, this kingdom had a spectacular civilization which then disappeared mysteriously in the 17th century. During Guru Nanak's visit, this region was experiencing an evolution, the result of an amalgamation of belief systems and cultures.
पंखी होए कै जय पवा सैस मानी राओ नदरी किसै ना आवऊ ना किछ पिया ना खाऊ पीतर कीमत ना पवे हाँ के वड्या खाना
Guru Nanak says, even if one soars high after attaining supernatural powers, it is pale in comparison to the value of contemplation, the strength which leads to self-actualization. From Saparang, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled eastwards to visit Mount Kailash. In the footsteps of Guru Nanak, we continue our journey on the Tibetan plateau to Mount Kailash.
At a height of 21,800 feet, Mount Kailash appears to be like the dome of a temple rising from the Tibetan plateau. Kailash is also known as Sumeru. The word Meru represents the center of metaphysical existence, and Su means most supreme. The reason Mount Kailash is considered to be the center of metaphysical universe is probably because it's from this mountain originate the four major rivers of the Asian subcontinent. These are Brahmaputra, Satluj, Indus, and Karnali, which is the source of river Ganges.
For time immemorial, the Hindu, Buddhist, Jain, and Bon pilgrims have been circumambulating Mount Kailash in reverence of their respective faiths. Hindus consider Mount Kailash as the abode of Lord Shiva. Bhai Gurdas, the first scribe of Guru Nanak's hagiography, mentions an account about Guru Nanak's visit to Mount Kailash. फिर जाए चढ़ेहा सुमेर पर सिद्ध मंडली दृष्टि आई. Siddh is a Sanskrit word referring to individuals who have achieved a high level of physical and spiritual competency. Interactions between Siddhs and Guru Nanak at different locations are compiled in the Guru Granth Sahib, titled as Siddh Ghost. At Mount Kailash, Guru Nanak met Siddhs who invited him for spiritual discourse. While these ascetics preferred withdrawing from society and family life to realize divinity, Guru Nanak believed that spiritual heights could be attained even while fulfilling social and household responsibilities. The first stanza of the Siddh Ghost verse in the Guru Granth Sahib indicates that before initiating a philosophical dialogue, Guru Nanak and the Siddhs paid obeisance to each other. Guru Nanak, being an advocate of seeking and imparting knowledge, asked the Siddhs, having attained spiritual excellence, why they remained isolated when sharing of their wisdom could benefit society.
सिद्ध सभा कर आसन बैठे संत सभा जयकारो तिस आगे रह रास हमारी साचा पर अबारो मस्तक काट तरी तिस आगे तन मन आगे देओ नानक संत मिलै सच पाए सहज पाए जस लेओ क्या भविय सच सूचा होए साच शब्द बिन मुक्त ना कोय साच शब्द बिन मुक्त ना कोय कोय
Guru Nanak says, liberation is attained in company of those who have satiated their impulses and have obtained spiritual acclamation through innate knowledge. We now visit Lake Mansarovar, which is in close proximity to Mount Kailash.
Manas Sarovar Lake, at the height of 15,000 feet, is the world's highest freshwater lake. The word Manas Sarovar is made up of two words, Manas and Sarovar. Manas means the mind and Sarovar means the lake. The fresh and calm water of this lake evokes a feeling of peace, tranquility and divinity. It is for this reason that Manas Sarovar Lake in the scriptures is associated with the human strive for the positive attributes.
Ancient scriptures mention that white swans residing in Lake Mansarovar remain focused in searching for jewels, believed to be hidden in these tranquil waters. This mythology reminds me of Guru Nanak's verse.
गोर सरवर हम हंस प्यारे सागर में रतन लाल भौसारे मोती माणक हीरा हर जस गावत मन तन भीना है.
Guru Nanak says, the guiding force which dispels ignorance is a sacred pond, and the seeker is a devoted swan in search of learning opportunities, which are akin to rare precious jewels. Adherents of the Hindu, Jain, Buddhist and Bon faith circumambulate Lake Mansarovar as part of their pilgrimage to Mount Kailash. They believe the waters of Mansarovar have healing powers and therefore take a dip in the lake to purge their soul of sins and their bodies of sickness. We visit Lake Rakshas in close proximity to Mount Kailash and Lake Mansarovar.
At a height of 14,000 feet, Rakshastal is in close proximity to Mount Kailash and the Mansarovar Lake. The word Rakshastal comprises of Rakshas, which means a demon, and Tal, which means a lake. In stark contrast to the Mansarovar Lake, the brackish salt water of the Rakshastal does not support any life form. It is for this reason that in the scriptures, the Rakshastal is metaphorically represented to reflect the negative qualities of human life.
It is believed that even sight of this lake brings ill luck and sorrow. Pilgrims visiting Mount Kailash and Lake Mansarovar thus consider Rakshastal as inauspicious.
गाविए सुनिए मन राखिए पाओ दुख पर हर सुख कर ले जाए.
May Pundits ascribe some physical elements as demonic forces which inflict sorrow. Guru Nanak says demons are instead negativities that reside within. These can be dispelled by sharing, imbibing, and harboring positive intentions, which in turn bring peace and joy. From Mount Kailash, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana headed north to Pangong Lake and travelling along its bank entered Ladakh in India and reached Leh. Tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps in Tibet, we travelled to Pangong Lake on the Indo-Tibetan border.
Pangong Tso is a 136-kilometer lake at a height of 14,000 feet, and it stands divided between Ladakh in India and Tibet in China. Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana exited Tibet, passing through the area of Pangong Tso Lake.
Along the banks of Pangong Lake, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to the city of Leh in Ladakh. In present times, due to political reasons, it is not possible to cross the Indo-Tibetan border. Hence, we travel to mainland China and fly to India to continue retracing the footsteps from Leh. Leh is the capital of Ladakh in India. Tibetan Buddhism is the predominant religion of this region. In the Tibetan language, the term Rinpoche means a precious jewel. It is an honorific title for any individual with spiritual authority. In Ladakh, Guru Nanak is referred as Rinpoche Nanak. We visit Datun Sahib Gurdwara, built adjacent to the Jama Masjid in the 20th century. It commemorates Guru Nanak's visit to Leh. The narrative associated with this site does not find mention in any of the earliest Janamsakhis. According to the narrative mentioned on the guide boards of this Gurdwara, a toothbrush tree known as Datun was planted by Guru Nanak at the site. However, according to native Ladakhi tradition, this tree was planted in the 17th century by Staksang Raspa, the founder and head Lama of the Hemis monastery. King Sengel Namgyal, a devout Buddhist, is said to have selected the location for planting this tree in the city center. It is ambiguous as to how and when the association of this tree with Guru Nanak was established. We now visit Gurdwara Patthar Sahib, which is located besides the Leh-Nimu road at a distance of 20 kilometers from Leh. This Gurdwara is established at a site where once existed a large boulder which the local Buddhists revered by covering with prayer flags. In the mid-1970s, during the construction of the Leh-Nimu road, respecting the sentiments of the natives, the Border Roads Organization of the Indian Army took a decision to keep the boulder intact. Thereafter, a Sikh soldier who had been deputed for the road construction project claimed to have dreamt that this boulder was sanctified by Guru Nanak. This seeded the foundation of the Gurdwara Patthar Sahib. Since then, this site has expanded and continues to be maintained by the Indian Army. According to the narrative associated with this site, which finds no mention in the Janam Sakhis, a demon residing on top of the adjacent hill hurled a boulder at Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana. The narrative goes on to say that with Guru Nanak's touch, the boulder softened and an impression of the Guru's back was imprinted on it. While Guru Nanak's philosophy has the intensity to literally leave an impression on the mindset, to transform it from being dogmatic to pragmatic, yet the depths of his messages have been overshadowed by narratives anchored in the transformation of physical objects. In my humble opinion, the utmost respect for Guru Nanak is given when the intent of his philosophical messages are understood.
हुक्म संजा पे साका प्यारे सच मिले वड्याई होए.
During Guru Nanak's times, followers of Bharthari Nath, the 10th century saint, resided in these mountainous regions, as they considered them as the celestial abode of the divine. In a discourse, Guru Nanak reminded them that the entire universe is the celestial abode of the divine.
अंतर बाहर अवर न कोय, जो थिस भावै सो फुन होए. सुन भरथर नानक कह विचार, निर्मल नाम मेरा आधार. निर्मल नाम मेरा आधार.
From Leh, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled on a route along the river Indus to Skardu. In present times, due to political reasons, it is not possible to cross the Indo-Pak border from this region. Hence, we travelled to Punjab, crossed the border at Wagah, and resumed tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps from zero point at the Indo-Pak border in the Pakistan state of Baltistan.
In the easternmost region of Baltistan in Pakistan, we are standing at what is known as the zero point. Here flows the Indus River, which comes from India, and the mountain ranges behind us connect to the Nubra Valley in India. Baltistan, the region once comprised of Kargil and Skardu. It today stands divided between the two sovereign nations India and Pakistan. Baltistan nurtures varied seasons, landscapes, and ancient cultures. It experiences sub-zero winters, scorching summer sun. It has cold deserts and witnesses colorful blossoms. It comprises of snow-capped peaks and arid mountains, frozen glaciers and flowing rivers. This terrain manifests the potential for spiritual learning through the nature.
Guru Nanak sings in reverence of the one unifying force.
कोट कोटि मेरी आरज़ा पवन पियन प्याओ चंद सूरज दोए गुफे न देखा सुपने सोन न था पी तेरी कीमत ना पवे हाँ के वड्या खाना हाँ के वड्या खाना.
According to Guru Nanak, even the most profound expressions that try to quantify the bounties of nature can't approximate the worth and glory of its creator. In Guru Nanak's footsteps, from zero point, we travel along the river Indus to the city of Skardu. During the journey, we saw construction workers building a bridge over the river Indus. Observing their colossal effort, I was reminded of Guru Nanak's verse.
नीत नीत कर बांधिए जे रहना होई.
It is painful to witness man-made divisions of the lands created by the Creator. Revered saints toil hard to build bridges of love to unite people, while myopic political interests create wedges of disconnect amongst people. Guru Nanak reminds us that worldly desires and material accumulations will perish. Only bridges of unity will last. Skardu, the capital of Baltistan, is situated along the banks of the river Indus at the height of 7,310 feet. Nestled between the Karakoram and the Himalayan mountain ranges, the city is located on the ancient trade routes connecting Central Asia with China. It is home to one of the highest cold deserts, which stretches from Skardu in Pakistan to the Nubra Valley in India. Historically, Baltistan was a melting point of many faiths. The Buddhist rock engravings is an evidence of the diversity of the past. In present times, this region is entirely Islamic. Wandering through such harsh terrains, there are moments when I sink in the sands of despair. In elation, I scale mountains of joy, and in delusions, I wander in the forest of doubt. I often wonder, how did Guru Nanak manage physical and emotional hardships during his travels?
पोले पोले थल चढ़ा थल चढ़ डूगार जाओ बान में पोले जय फेरा बिन गुर बूझ ना पाओ, नाव वो भूली जे फिर आवो जाओ.
Guru Nanak says, Guru, the experiential guiding force, helps overcome physical and emotional challenges.
In the heart of Skardu town, close to river Indus, we are standing in front of the remains of Skardu Gurdwara. The Sikhs started moving to the region of Baltistan after it became a part of the Lahore Darbar in 1841. The community thereafter built this Gurdwara in memory of Guru Nanak's visit to Skardu.
After the exodus of Guru Nanak's followers from Baltistan during the partition of 1947, the Skardu Gurdwara has not been able to withstand the harsh weather conditions of this region.
रोत आई ले सरस बसंत माहे, रंग राते रवै से तेरे चाए, किस पूज चढ़ावो लगो पाए.
Taking the example of Basant, the season of spring, Guru Nanak advises us to emerge from the coldness of disunion and spring a hope for a harmonious future. From Skardu, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled southwards on the ancient trade route and reached Kargil. Political policies in present times allow access to geographical borders only at designated areas. Hence, we travelled to Punjab, crossed the border at Wagah, and resumed tracing Guru Nanak's travels from Kargil in India. Kargil is situated on the banks of the Suru River, close to the line of control between India and Pakistan. During Guru Nanak's visit to Kargil, it was under the rule of the Balti dynasty of Skardu. Gurdwara Charan Kamal Sahib in Kargil is a memorial of Guru Nanak's visit to this region. This Gurdwara is maintained by the Indian Army. From Kargil, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled south to Matan in the Anantnag district of Kashmir. In tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Kargil to Matan and visit the ruins of the ancient 8th century Martan temple, which is dedicated to Surya, the Hindu sun deity. The name of the region of Anantnag is derived from the words Anant, meaning infinite, and Nag, which alludes to two mythical representations, the serpent of Lord Shiva and the land of countless water springs. The waters of these springs are believed to have healing properties. During Guru Nanak's time, the Martan Sun Temple was an important place of Hindu pilgrimage. At a short distance from the Martan temple, we visit the village of Matan. Since ancient times, it was an important place for pilgrimage for Hindus. For generations, the Kashmiri priests at the Martan temple would interact with the pilgrims to compile their genealogy. The political unrest of the 1990s created an ethnic divide in Kashmir, due to which the native Hindu community made a mass exodus from this region. With their dispersal, the tradition of chronicling family ancestry has dissipated from Mutton. Mutton was once famous for its rich cultural and communal harmony and fellowship amongst native Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs. Here, a Hindu temple and a Gurdwara exist in the same premises. This Gurdwara is dedicated to Guru Nanak's visit to Mutton. During his visit to Mutton, Guru Nanak interacted with Brahmdas, a Hindu priest who owned a large repository of scriptures. He was famous for initiating dialogue to demonstrate scholarly knowledge. According to the Vilayat Wali Janam Sakhi, in a discussion with Brahmdas, Guru Nanak sang,
आपने आप साज आप पछाणया अंबर तरत विछोड़ चंदोआ ताणया विण थमा गगन रहाए शब्द निशाणिया सूरज चंद उपाए जोत समाणिया.
Guru Nanak says, the most scholarly knowledge is gained by imbibing the virtues of oneness. During Maharaja Ranjit Singh's rule, Hari Singh Nalwa, the governor of Kashmir, had presented handwritten copies of Guru Granth Sahib, the Sikh scripture, which are still kept in the Mutton Gurdwara. From Mutton, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to Srinagar. In tracing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travel from Mutton to Srinagar, the erstwhile capital of the Jammu and Kashmir state. Located on the banks of the Jhelum River, the valley of Srinagar is spanned by clear water lakes, the most famous of them being the Dal Lake. Bhai Khan Singh mentions in Gur Shabad Ratnakar that Guru Nanak during his stay in Srinagar visited the Shiva temple situated on Shankaracharya Hill and had discourses with yogis of the Shaivite order. This temple dates back to 200 BC and was historically known as Jaitshvara Temple. Since the visit of the 8th century South Indian philosopher Adi Shankaracharya, it has been popularly known as the Shankaracharya Temple. Adi Shankaracharya was an exponent of Advait Vedanta, a philosophy based on the principle of non-duality. The followers of Vedanta believe in Aham Brahmasmi, which means I am divine. Guru Nanak too was an exponent of non-duality. However, he chose to convey the essence of oneness in utmost humility by using the term Soham, which means the divine resides within me.
सोहं आप पछाणिए सबद पेद पतियाए गुरमुख आप पछाणिए अवर के करे कराए